This is the most wanted man in the world. He's been charged with espionage, hunted by the government since 2013, and now he's been given Russian citizenship by Putin himself. This is the US government's public enemy number one. Welcome to Explained. On June 6, 2013, a series of reports by The Guardian and The Washington Post rocked the world. Top secret documents detailing the NSA, aka the National Security Agency's activities, were leaked by an unidentified source. And Americans found out the US government was spying on them. 3 days later, this man came forward, Edward Snowden. A 29-year-old high school dropout whose computer abilities have landed him jobs with the CIA and with an NSA contractor. But in his short time with the NSA, he discovered it had dangerously overreached itself.
When you're in positions of privileged access, like a systems administrator for these sort of intelligence community agencies, you're exposed to a lot more information on a broader scale than the average employee. You see things that may be disturbing.
The materials Snowden came across exposed an almost limitless government-run surveillance program. But what exactly was in those documents? For starters, it revealed the NSA had a secret program called PRISM, a system that gave the government a backdoor to access private user data from companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook. It also had a secret court order that allowed it to collect telephone records from millions of Verizon customers. This included not only criminals, but law-abiding citizens as well. Then, there was an 18-page presidential memo showing Obama ordering intelligence officials to come up with a list of overseas targets for cyber attacks. The NSA was hacking computers in Hong Kong and mainland China, a few of which were military systems. It also tapped the mobile phone of Germany's chancellor at the time, Angela Merkel. It even showed that Britain's Government Communications Headquarters, or GCHQ, was conducting mass surveillance of its citizens. Not to mention, both the NSA and the GCHQ had discussed methods of deception, the use of propaganda, mass messaging, and stories on social media to influence people the way they wanted. The list was endless. But how did he sneak out sensitive documents from a top-secret government facility? Believe it or not, all he used was thumb drives. But that doesn't mean it was easy. Snowden had to plan the leak and his escape carefully. He had three things working in his favor. Number one was his location. Snowden was contracted to the NSA by a company called Booz Allen Hamilton. He was based in Hawaii, 5,000 miles away from the prying eyes of everyone at the NSA's headquarters in Maryland. He was also 6 hours behind them. So while most people had left the office for the day in Fort Meade, Snowden's workday was barely halfway through.